Do you believe you knocked Joshua out?
100%.
Yeah.
Joshua's chinnier than a mother. He's chinnier than a Chinese phone book. I knocked him out. He's finished.
Tyson Fury just crossed the line with brutal disrespect toward Anthony Joshua, unleashing one of his most shocking and controversial comments yet.
If I ever come across I'm knocking you dead spark out. I ain't a YouTuber or a man half your size. I am him, the man. You're a classless loser coming off a 15 months knockout defeat to a local lad.
Anthony Joshua expressed confidence in his power and physical strength, insisting that he can seriously hurt Tyson Fury if he lands cleanly. He also made it clear that he isn't interested in chasing attention or publicity, emphasizing that he's in boxing to fight and is ready to face any opponent put in front of him.
I'm a serious fighter and I'm very strong as well. And I think when I hit Fury, I'm going to hit him and hurt him. There's no problem with me fighting. This is what I do. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I'll fight him. I'm not here to get clout.
Anthony Joshua believes the challenges he has faced have made him stronger both mentally and physically. He expressed confidence in his growth, insisting he is fully prepared and ready to prove himself in the ring.
And I'm going to prove myself, definitely. I've been through a lot, and I think it's definitely made me a lot stronger. Definitely made me a lot stronger. And, you know, through your trials and tribulations, you learn a lot about yourself. And look at where I am now. I'm sitting here ready to fight. I wouldn't be here if I'm not ready. So what I'm trying to say by that is you're going to see a person that is not only physically strong, but understands how mentally strong he is.
Tyson Fury stated that Anthony Joshua remains his biggest fight, describing it as the most significant matchup available. He downplayed other options and belts, emphasizing that the rivalry with Joshua is what draws the most interest from fans.
They're all options because nothing's promised. The biggest fight for me in world boxing, and the biggest fight in the world of boxing, is me versus AJ. Yeah, even today, even after all these years, still the biggest fight in boxing in my opinion. There's no bigger fight. After that, it would be, for me, it'd be me versus Usyk, or the winner of them two. The three-time world champion's pretty good. It's got a good ring to it.
Yeah.
But if a five-time world champion or the chance to knock AJ out, I'll take the chance to knock AJ out. Do you know what I mean? Because once you've won all the belts before, and which I have, that it's always nice to be a world champion, great, but it's not the be-all and end-all. I think the fans are more interested in me and Joshua in the street rather than another world title. Do you know what I mean?
Anthony Joshua stated that beating Tyson Fury would not be easy, but he remains confident in his chances. He noted that he is not close with Fury, though he respects his achievements, and described Fury's style and personality as unique and entertaining.
You beat Tyson Fury,
I'll be over the moon.
would you?
Yeah, of course. You know,
Would you like to?
Yeah, of course.
Are you friendly with him?
Not really. But I respect what he's done.
I think he called you a dosser.
Yeah, but
That's his standard term of abuse.
yeah,
You big dosser.
yeah,
He's a bodybuilder.
yeah,
He is a businessman. I am a Spartan.
yeah. Have you got one of those fully Tyson Fury dolls? No, I'm joking. You must like him though,
What makes you say that?
because you can memorize every quote of his.
He's very quotable, isn't he?
He is, to be fair. He
And
is.
he's got that distinctive...
Like he's eating a frog voice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think you could beat him?
yeah,
Wouldn't be easy, though.
no,
The bookies, I think, would favour him.
yeah,
Do you agree?
yeah.
However, John Fury cautioned that Tyson Fury is no longer at his peak, suggesting that his punishing fights, particularly against Deontay Wilder, have taken a toll and left him less prepared for a potential clash with Anthony Joshua.
No, I think he's past his best. I'm a no-filter kind of guy. I love my son, but there's too many people patting him on the back and telling him he's Tarzan when he's not Tarzan. He's been gone Tyson since the Deontay Wilder fights. It's finished Wilder completely. Done him. He's not got a leg underneath him. It's took a lot away from Tyson. Magmadov, this is a problem. I'm the first one to say it, because all them out there, they don't pay enough attention to detail, Spencer.
Max Kellerman described Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua as a true super fight of the era, suggesting it would be the biggest event in British boxing history. He argued that Fury has proven himself as the standout fighter of his generation and is closer to his peak than Joshua. Kellerman also added that, in his view, even the best version of Joshua may not match Fury's overall level.
That's going to be the super fight of the era. You know, what wound up happening is Tyson Fury simply proved he was the best fighter of the era. And now, he's also obviously a Brit, Anthony Joshua, they're both still there. They create the biggest fight, at least the biggest event in British boxing history. And I think there is a sense that while the event will be the biggest in the history of British boxing, that Tyson Fury is closer to the peak of his powers than AJ, and even that the best version of AJ was not as good as Fury.
Max further stated that Tyson Fury would enter the fight as the clear favorite, meaning an Anthony Joshua loss wouldn't be viewed as a major surprise. He suggested Joshua would likely try to apply steady pressure in his best form, while noting that Fury has shown moments where he can be tested when not at his peak. Still, he emphasized Fury's status as one of the era's greatest heavyweight champions, arguing that the greater pressure in the matchup would be on him.
Who comes in as the favorite, who everyone understands if Joshua loses to Fury, no big deal. It's not like losing to a guy like Jake Paul. I expect to see whatever AJ has left, the best version of it against Tyson Fury. And if he just, steadily pressures Fury, you saw Fury against Makhmudov, who's not nearly as accomplished or skillful as Anthony Joshua. Makhmudov gave Tyson, I don't know if he gave him problems, but you could see where if Tyson was less than his best, he could have had problems early in the fight with Makhmudov, who maybe won the first round or two just with pressure. The best version of Joshua, I believe still, is a cut above Makhmudov. What does that look like if Joshua can apply steady pressure against Fury? But speaking of pressure, who is under more for this fight? AJ or Fury, right? It's Tyson Fury, clearly, because he will be the big favorite coming in. Because Tyson Fury demonstrated over time that he is among the great heavyweight champions.
Meanwhile, Amir Khan described the potential Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury matchup as a fantastic fight. He leaned slightly toward Fury as the winner, but acknowledged that Joshua is looking strong. Khan also said he is interested to see how AJ returns after going through a lot personally and in training, adding that it would be a massive, high-profile event and a true mega fight for boxing.
I still think Tyson could take it, but AJ is looking strong. I want to see how AJ is going to be coming back now, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's gone through a lot as well with his loss of his friends and everything else in training camp. But look, I'm sure it'd be a mega fight. What a massive fight it'd be.
However, Anthony Yard added that in recent form, Tyson Fury would likely outbox Anthony Joshua and pick him apart over the course of the fight. However, he added that if Joshua can turn the bout into a rough, aggressive contest and hurt Fury, similar to how Oleksandr Usyk did, then he believes Joshua has the power to close the show and secure a stoppage.
AJ of recent, AJ boxing, I think Fury probably picks him apart. But if AJ happens to get this, rough and tough thing back where he wants to fight and just let shots off, if he hurt Fury how Usyk did, he'll finish him.
At the same time, an analyst stated that he has historically leaned toward Tyson Fury in the matchup, but noted that as both fighters have aged, the dynamic has shifted slightly. He emphasized that there is no disrespect to either man, but suggested that Anthony Joshua now presents a much stronger chance of winning than before.
Is it? Yeah, I always favoured Fury, and the closer it gets towards now, when they're both a little bit longer in the tooth, no disrespect to either of them, I'm thinking AJ has a huge chance now, yeah.
On the other hand, Anthony Joshua versus Christian Pringa is on the line, giving Joshua a chance to stay active and maintain momentum as he looks ahead to bigger heavyweight fights.
You knock people out and let's find out what his purpose is, because physically, every heavyweight's strong. Physically, every heavyweight can probably knock someone out, but it's what the purpose is. Let's see where his mind's at, July 25th.
In contrast, Pringa expressed confidence heading into July 25th, noting that although he respects Anthony Joshua outside the ring, that respect disappears once the fight begins. He made it clear that he treats every opponent the same inside the ropes, while still recognizing Joshua as a top-level fighter overall.
I'm gonna win July 25th.
He's done a lot, but is there, in the ring, there's no respect for AJ, would you say?
No, never respect in the ring. I don't respect nobody in the ring. I respect him, he's a great fighter, but not in the ring.
Furthermore, Pringa showed strong confidence ahead of the fight, expecting it to end inside the distance. He said he aims to shock the boxing world and believes the bout will not go past 10 rounds.
You believe you can knock him out? I believe, I promise you, it's not going to go 10 rounds in the fight. I'm going to shock the world, brother. I'm going to shock the world.
Adding to the discussion, Spencer Olivier recognized the bout as a major opportunity for Christian Pringa, but pointed out the clear difference in experience and elite-level competition between him and Anthony Joshua. He noted that Pringa does carry power, but has yet to face top-tier opposition, framing the fight as a measured test for Joshua against a potentially dangerous puncher.
But yeah, I agree with you in some extent that it is a massive opportunity for Christian Pringa, for sure, but you must admit that he is at a lot lower level than Anthony Joshua. He's never competed at that sort of level. Anthony Joshua knows what he's going in with here. Your guy is very heavy-handed, yes, but from the footage that you've seen online from him, he doesn't sort of, he's not mixed, and he doesn't seem to be at that level as Anthony Joshua, and I suppose that's where this is all coming from. It's a calculated gamble from Joshua's side of things because they want a test of some sort, a guy that is heavy-handed.
In addition, Spencer Olivier cautioned against underestimating Christian Pringa, highlighting that all of his victories have come via stoppage, even if against lower-level opposition. He also noted that Anthony Joshua is entering the bout with outside pressure, making his mindset on fight night an important question mark. Only become apparent once he walks to the ring and gets into the rhythm of the fight. He further suggested the bout could serve as a significant comeback moment for Joshua, while emphasizing that Pringa will view it as a major chance to make a statement.
Listen, he's dangerous. 20 of his 20 wins that he's had have all come inside the distance. Yeah, it's been at a lower caliber of opponent, but Anthony Joshua's had his problems outside of the ring. He's got to deal with that going into this one. So given all that, taking all that into consideration, and we don't know where Anthony Joshua's going to be mentally, and I don't think no one knows where he's going to be. Maybe even he doesn't know where he's going to be until he does that ring walk, until he goes in there. So if you look at all of that, you go, this could be one of the greatest comebacks in the heavyweight boxing in such a short space of time because of what Anthony Joshua's been through. And Christian Pringa is a dangerous guy that will see this as an opportunity, and that's what this is about.
Building on that view, Gareth A. Davies highlighted that Anthony Joshua faces a notable mental test, despite returning to camp in strong shape and with clear focus. He suggested Joshua now looks more disciplined and locked in as he prepares for the July clash with Pringa. Davies stressed that complete concentration will be crucial due to Pringa's unpredictability, adding that a defeat in this kind of fight would carry serious consequences.
Mentally, it is going to be very tough for him, but he's back in training camp. He looks very good. I love the way he was saying his mind, which was outwards at kind of 360, is now funneled and ready for the July fight against Pringa. He needs to be very focused against this guy because he's an unknown. It would be highly embarrassing for him to lose.
In contrast, Tony Bellew dismissed the notion that the fight is merely a routine outing, suggesting instead that it functions as a live test to evaluate how Pringa handles pressure. He noted that the situation seems aimed at assessing Pringa's response when physically and mentally challenged. Bellew also indicated that Anthony Joshua would likely favor higher profile opponents, but would still take this fight if it was the opportunity on the table.
I'm not going to lie, I think this fight is a formality, but ultimately the reason it's happening is because his team want to see what happens in camp. His team want to see him pushed in sparring. His team want to see when you're in sparring and it gets around 7, 8, you feel a little bit tired. I want to see what happens up here. This fight is happening to please the camp, I believe.
But do you think AJ, if given the option, would have gone straight to Tyson Fury, as opposed to having this warm-up fight?
I believe if he was told this is the only option you've got to face Tyson Fury, he'd have said yes.
On the other hand, Ada Oladipo suggested that Christian Pringa is unlikely to trouble Anthony Joshua significantly, though he described him as a big heavyweight with respectable knockout power. He pointed out that Pringa's opposition has been limited, but his finishing ability still deserves attention. Oladipo added that any 250 to 260 pound puncher who lands clean can be dangerous, meaning Joshua must remain cautious despite being the more experienced fighter.
Christian Pringa shouldn't offer any problems. He's a big lump, as they all are in the heavyweight division. I'm guessing he's around 250, 260. Although everyone he's knocked out is at a very, very low level, knockout power is knockout power. Some people will go points with some of the guys that he's put to sleep. So he clearly has power. And I've always said, I think if a 260 pound guy hits you clean on the chin, your legs will wobble and you could go down. So AJ has to be careful.
Adding to the discussion, Carl Frampton pointed out that boxing always carries the risk of an upset, noting that a single clean punch from Pringa could instantly change the course of the fight. He added that the heavyweight division is especially unpredictable, where one moment can completely shift the outcome.
And there's always a chance he could slip up. There's always a chance AK could break his hand off this guy's head and put him out for a while, so you never know what's going to happen.
Meanwhile, Tim Bradley suggested that Anthony Joshua should keep consistent pressure on Pringa and force the action from the opening rounds while staying mindful of Pringa's power shots. He described Pringa as durable but unproven at elite level, noting he may start to break down once Joshua applies pressure and pins him against the ropes. Bradley added that Pringa could revert to a tight high guard and become more defensive if overwhelmed. He ultimately pointed to Joshua's superior experience and ring IQ, stressing that composure and controlled aggression would be key to handling the fight efficiently.
AJ, all you gotta do is take it to him. That's it. Avoid getting hit with a big shot. You know, got a good right hand. All you gotta do is take it to him. You know, this guy right here, he's tough, but he's soft at the same time. He's tough, but he's soft at the same time. So like if you start to put the pressure on him, he ain't never been at that level, and you start hitting him hard, and you bag him in the corner, he gonna tuck up in that high guard, that dummy defense, and he just gonna take it. That's it. Oh, he gonna try to come back, but again, you got too much experience, AJ. You got too much understanding of boxing, bro. You know, don't get reckless, because he does got pop, but just take it to him, bro, and it should be easy work.
And that's the situation heading into this heavyweight clash, with opinions split on how far Pringa can push Joshua and whether this turns into a real test or a controlled night for AJ. From power versus experience to pressure versus durability, every angle of this fight brings a different prediction. Some see danger, others see dominance, but nothing is guaranteed once the bell rings. Now it all comes down to fight night. We'll find out if Joshua handles business like expected, or if Pringa turns this into the shock of the division.